Cadet Thompson is a senior agriculture business major from Huron in Henderson County. As a member of Army ROTC, Cadet Major Thompson also commands the UT Martin Skyhawk Company. Casey joins us on Campus Connection to talk about her ROTC experiences, and this includes her participation in related training this past summer. 13 cadets completed some type of summer training activity before fall semester began. Well, Casey, when did ROTC become part of your UT Martin experience and why?
So I joined the second semester of my freshman year, which was spring 2020, so COVID. But I joined, just thinking I don't want to deal with student loans. I don't want to have a lot of debt from college. And I was like, this is an easy way for me to serve my country, my school, and, graduate without having debt. But over the years, it's really just evolved into so much more. Just the pride to serve my country and that I'm going to be an officer in the U.S. Army in about 7 months. So that's a little scary and intimidating, but the experiences I've had here have really just shaped me and molded my personal development and my leadership, and I'm really ready to take that challenge. I just joined on a whim, kind of, not having any military background or experience, and it's one of the best decisions I ever made.
You work awfully hard and, again, are accomplishing a lot of things. What's your role as company commander? What are your duties?
So my role is to command everything on UT Martin's campus, Bethel, Freed-Hardeman, and Lane. So there are 3 satellite schools, so we pull students and cadets from those universities to join us here at UT Martin. Anything that comes through our campus and that we're a part of, I am over that. I foresee that it channels through me, and then I delegate down to my staff. My company staff is about 9 other UTM cadets that are all seniors as well, and I work very closely with my first sergeant and executive officer in making sure training meetings are done, planning for labs, any training for the MS1, 2, and 3s, which are the underclassmen, making sure they get that leadership role, that leadership development, and just conforming them and evolving them into leaders and how to just handle situations. That is my job. My job is to help them evolve into leaders and be great Army officers and be prepared to take any task and really prepare them for advanced camp, basic camp, and any kind of Army training that they're going to take on in the next few summers.
Well, ROTC builds leaders, and you're definitely playing out that role in a big way. You participated in training camp this past summer, training camp experiences. There may have been more than one, but could you talk a little bit about what you did and what you learned?
Yeah, perfect. So I did advanced camp, which is cadet summer training in Fort Knox, Kentucky. It's one of the largest training events that the Army hosts, and we had about 6,000 cadets that channeled through there. I went towards the end of summer, so I spent 35 days there, and July in Kentucky is miserable. There's a lot of rain, and it was quite the experience. But we did things like land navigation, basic rifle marksmanship. We rappelled off a 40-foot tall tower, obstacle courses, and we completed a 6, 8, and 12-mile foot march with 40 pounds on our back with our weapon. Overall, we spent about 12 days in the field just running missions like ambush, movement to contact, and just how well as leaders we can anticipate and make decisions. That's all it is about our decision-making capabilities and our mental agility, because you get pushed to your limit and you're with 40 other cadets from all over the United States and Puerto Rico. I had a lot of people who were not from the South, so it was very interesting to see how people in New York and Puerto Rico and Washington State all train to be the same leader that I am. And you take all your different leadership abilities and you mesh them and you figure out what's best for this mission and how you're going to help your peer. Because it's all about peer leadership and respect for each other, having those morals, integrity. The Army values really play into that and how well you work with everyone, because everyone wants to get their branch of choice. Everyone wants to be the top, but there's always going to be a top and a bottom. So figuring out how to be a good leader and being respectful to each other will really stand you apart from any other cadet. So advanced camp was an experience that I will never forget. It was miserable and we suffered together, but I've made some lifelong connections and friends that we still talk to each other. We are all waiting to get our branches. Overall, it made me a better person. It made me a better leader. It made me see things through other people's eyes, different cultures, different communities, different schools. Everyone trains differently. Everyone has a different mindset, and you can use that to your advantage if you just work together.
Okay, so you've obviously gained a lot from ROTC, a really excellent account of what happened with the summer training, and I can see why all of you are so squared away. You really do great work and serve our country, and also great representatives for the university. You recently had a very successful Army ROTC color run during homecoming week. I saw you on WBBJ, and you did a great job talking about that. We're out of time, but thanks for all you do. Thanks for being part of ROTC, and thanks for sharing this with us today. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Cadet Thompson, a senior agriculture business major from Huron in Henderson County and a member of Army ROTC here at the University of Tennessee.